Let's be real. How many times have you sat down to study, opened your book, and just stared at it? You highlight a few lines, reread a paragraph, but deep down, you know you're not actually learning anything. Then guilt kicks in. You tell yourself to study harder. You pull an all-nighter, drink too much coffee, and force yourself to power through. But then, test day comes. Your mind goes blank. You can't remember anything. And now, you're frustrated. Sound familiar? If you're struggling with studying, it's not your fault. Schools don't teach us how to study. Instead, we develop bad habits that feel productive but waste time. The good news? You can fix this. And in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how. No fluff, no fake motivation, just real practical strategies to study smarter, not harder. Let's go! Why most students fail at studying. First, let's talk about what doesn't work. Be honest. Do you do any of these? Highlighting your textbook like it's a coloring book. Rereading notes over and over, hoping it magically sticks. Cramming the night before, thinking more hours means better results. If that sounds like you, don't worry, you're not alone. But here's the truth. None of that actually helps you retain information. Why? Because your brain learns by doing, not passively reading. Think about it. When you learn a new sport, do you get better by just watching videos? No, you get better by actually practicing. Studying is the same. If you're not actively engaging with the material, you're not learning. And let's not ignore distractions. Your phone buzzes, you check it for a second, and suddenly 30 minutes are gone. You have Netflix on in the background, telling yourself you can multitask. Spoiler alert, you can't. Your brain can only focus on one thing at a time. Every time you switch tasks, it takes about 20 minutes to regain full focus. So what's the solution? Let's break it down. How to study smarter. Now that we know what doesn't work, let's talk about what does. These are the proven techniques top students use to study efficiently and remember more in less time. Step 1. Active recall. The #1 study hack. This is the most powerful way to remember information. How it works. Instead of just reading, test yourself. After reading a chapter, close your book and try to explain what you just learned. If you can't, you don't actually understand it. This forces your brain to retrieve information, strengthening your memory. Think of it like working out. If you never challenge your muscles, they don't grow. Your brain works the same way. How to use active recall. Use flashcards instead of passive notes. Teach the material to a friend or just say it out loud. Write down everything you remember before checking your notes. This technique guarantees you actually learn the material. Step 2, the Pomodoro technique. Study without burnout. Ever studied for hours but by the end, remembered nothing? That's because your brain can't focus for too long without breaks. Instead, try this. Study for 25 minutes. Full focus, no distractions. Take a 5-minute break. Repeat. This method keeps your brain engaged without exhaustion. Plus, knowing you only have to focus for 25 minutes makes studying feel easier. How to apply it. Use a timer to track study and break cycles. During breaks, move around. Don't just scroll your phone. After 4 sessions, take a 15 to 30-minute break. This keeps you focused and refreshed. Step 3. Spaced repetition. Never forget what you learn. Cramming might help for tomorrow's test, but what about a month from now? You'll forget everything. Top students don't cram. They space out their studying. How it works. Day 1. Learn the material. Day 3. Review for 10 minutes. Day 7. Review again. Day 14. One last review. By revisiting the material right before your brain forgets it, you lock it in long term. How to apply it. Use apps like Anki or Quizlet to automate review schedules. Plan short review sessions instead of long, stressful nights. Combine with active recall for maximum effect. Step 4. Fix your study environment. No more distractions. Your surroundings affect your focus more than you think. Studying in bed? Bad idea. Your brain associates it with sleep. Listening to music with lyrics? Not great. It splits your focus. Phone nearby? Huge distraction. Just put it in another room. How to set up the perfect study space. Use a quiet, dedicated space for studying. Play instrumental music or white noise if needed. Eliminate all distractions, phone, TV, loud environments. When your environment supports your focus, studying becomes way easier. Challenge. Apply these tips. Now you don't need to be a genius to succeed. You just need the right strategy. So here's my 7-day challenge. No mindless highlighting, no cramming, no distractions, just smart, focused studying. Try these techniques for 1 week and see the difference.